conjugaisons irrégulières. And when we're talking especially about les verbes du premier groupe en CER. Okay, so if you remember correctly, well, I told you that when we're talking about the first group of verbs ending with ER, we're talking about regular verbs, which is the case, but then we've got some subgroups, and these groups actually, they will have to be, or the verbs in these groups will have to be slightly modified during conjugation for a good reason. You'll see why. Okay, so I wanted to take this verb, lancer. Lancer is to throw something or then to launch something, and well, that's the thing. We will have three tenses that will be concerned by these modifications. The first one will be le présent, then l'imparfait, then le passé simple. We don't really use that much le passé simple, but still it's quite important to actually introduce, this tense and to show you, what modifications we'll have. Okay, and then the other thing will be the form of le participe présent, which is quite useful to actually see. When we're talking about le présent, actually the only form that will be affected or modified somehow will be the nous form. Okay, and if you take 1 minute to actually think about that, normally if we would respect the rule, so for the regular verbs, we should write the verb like LAN C, so without the CD here, and then ONS, okay? But then phonetically, we would get l'encon, okay? Nous l'encon, and then the problem that we would have would be, difficulty to make the connection with this form and the infinitive, because the infinitive is lancer, okay? And if we get this form l'encon, actually it would be quite difficult to really make the connection between them. So just to get the sound s that we've got in the infinitive, well, we only need to put this cd, okay, and we'll get this nous lançons. All right, so and that's the only modification we will have to make for this group or subgroup, if you want, of irregular verbs. Okay, it will be exactly the same thing for the imparfait form. Okay, so I did put this je and tu because they have the same ending here, but it will be exactly the same thing. So instead of just putting this c here, you will put this cd and you will get je lançais, tu lançais. Okay, for the passé simple, it will be exactly the same thing. So we only need to put this cd and we'll get il lança, all right? And then participe présent, exactly the same modification. Just need to put the cd to get the s sound, lançant. All right, so let's have a look at the imparfait form. And the imparfait form goes like je lançais, tu lançais, il lançait, nous lancions. So you can see that here you don't need to put the cd because when you combine c and e, well, it's the sound s, okay? Vous lanciez, so exactly the same thing for the same reason. And then il lançait, okay? So you can see the modifications here, 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 and here, okay? For the present form, je lance, tu lances, il lance, nous lançons, so as I said, it's here, okay? Vous lancez, il lance. So clearly for all the forms, all the other forms, you don't modify it. You just respect the rule, when we're talking about the regular verbs, okay? But then the only thing is here, as I said, for nous, then in that case, you get to put la cédille. And then let's see le passé simple. Je lançais, tu lanças, il lança, nous lançâmes, vous lançâtes, ils lancèrent. So you can see that there is only one form that won't be affected by that, but then all the others will need to be modified with the cd, like here. Okay? So remember, présent, imparfait, passé simple, and then participe présent will be the tenses and the forms affected by these or these modifications.